Hi everyone, this is the Andrews Company, run by
Vince,
Ari,
Victoria,
and Katie. Today, we're going to tell you how our company did on the whole throughout the Capsim simulation, run through some of the metrics by which we measured the success of our company, talk about what our successes and challenges were all throughout, and finally, wrap up with some lessons learned.
company results to date. We have been relatively successful in our industry. We have continued to increase our stock price and maintain the quality of our products throughout every year. In doing this, our company has done rather well in our sales and contribution margins. Although we took a small emergency loan in year 4, as company managers, we use that as motivation to better our forecasting and production. In the current year, Andrews has the highest stock price. We have continued a steady increase in our stock price as our industry has continued to grow. Our current price is at $88. Our sales and cumulative profit was near the top of our industry with about $117 million in sales and $50 million in cumulative profit. A financial statistic that has decreased for Andrews is contribution margin, which is 4.5% lower than last year's. This decrease in contribution margin was caused by an increase in variable costs and a decrease in sales.
Now we will talk about some metrics, first starting with leverage and emergency loans. Leverage is found on the balance scorecard. Our most recent leverage is 1.3. Leverage is weighing assets and equity together, and we have found this to be a challenge because we lacked large emergency loans and we didn't take out large enough loans to build up equity. Emergency loans is found on the analyst report. We unfortunately received a visit from Big Al in year 4. Although it was a small emergency loan due to inventory carrying costs, it slightly set back our company. This emergency loan led to a slight increase in leverage but slightly decreased our market share.
For our stock price, we're very excited that we wound up with over $88. This led to a market cap of $192 million. We debated a lot throughout the simulation whether or not to pay dividends to our shareholders. However, we're very confident and happy that we did. It helped that we reduced the number of shareholders by not issuing stock too often. Instead, we used it as a tool to be able to build up our stock price without diluting it and increase our market cap. With sales forecasting, our crystal ball was unfortunately quite broken. This made it very difficult to forecast throughout the simulation, but we were able to use factors such as market share per product and previous year sales to estimate what we needed to do. It was sometimes difficult because we often found ourselves either stocking out or overproducing throughout. For asset turnover, our average asset turnover was about 1.5 in the final year. Asset turnover is measured by dividing the current year sales with the average total assets. And a high turnover demonstrates that our assets are producing a lot of revenue and a lot of sales for us, and this means that we are increasingly profitable.
Lastly, we look at a recap metric, sales divided by employees. This is measured by how much sales each employee has. We struggled with this because we did not focus enough on HR in the beginning. This ended up hurting our employee productivity, which could have led to less employees doing more work. Now we'd like to look at our challenges and successes. Some of our challenges were sales forecasting, leverage, stock price, and market cap. With sales forecasting, we had continuous stockouts or too much ending inventory. Then, with leverage, because we didn't rely heavily on loans, it continued to remain low. Lastly, stock price and market cap. This was simply a challenge because of the intense competition in our industry. Now, let's look at some of our successes. These were emergency loans, profits, stock price, ROA, ROS, and asset turnover. First, emergency loans, because we had only one and it was very insignificant in the beginning. Next, profits, since we have been very profitable every round. Now, we'll look at market share, which we have had a strong presence throughout the rounds. Stock price, which we have improved every round since the beginning and even went up by $36 in the final round. And lastly, ROA, ROS, and asset turnover, which we are leading in at the end of the simulation.
In completing Capsim, we have learned how to work as a team and complete decisions within a company. As a team, we were unable to make decisions individually because we made better decisions as a whole. As a company's management team, we learned how to increase stock price and market share by producing products that fit our customers' criteria. All in all, we learned how to manage a company and how to use other competitors' information to benefit our company.
Capsim was a challenge for various reasons. It wasn't always easy going through. However, as a team, we were able to work through it and really be successful in the end. We learned how to run a company, sort of, and we definitely learned what it takes to be successful in this Capsim simulation. Thank you so much for your time.